Ahoy everyone, it's Jeff, aka Godless Scummer. I'm just recording what I think will probably be a bit of a short video, and it's probably going to be a wee bit of a rant as well. Um, and it's about something that I guess has started yesterday and is going and continuing on in the same vein today. It's got to do with British politics, in particular the Labour Party right now. Yesterday, they put an advert up which they shared on their social media, and a number of their MPs shared it. I mean, most notably, I remember Jess Phillips, who it doesn't surprise me because she is kind of the Labour Party's equivalent of Suella Braverman anyway. That's kind of what I think of Jess. But it said this. It says, "Do you think adults convicted of sexually assaulting children should go to prison?" Rishi Sunak doesn't, and then cited some stuff underneath this, and Labour will not lock up child abusers. Now, I think it was a. Now, I don't know. Maybe true, may not be. But this is. It's just a very, very low, gutter politic attack. And I don't know why I should know better than to expect anything better from the Labour Party by now, but I kind of do expect that. Anyway, that ad got a huge ton of backlash yesterday, mainly from Labour's own supporters, because we people who vote Labour can see that they are resorting to they're taking their politics into the fucking sewer with this. I'm going to say quote Owen Jones actually. Now Owen's like a political commentator in Britain. I agree with him on probably about 75% of things. There's things that I disagree with Owen Jones about, but I think Owen really hit the nail on the heads earlier when he said the lack of outrage from the Liberal commentators over Labour's repulsive ad is very revealing. If this ad had been issued by the Tories, or indeed under Jeremy Corbyn's Labour, they'd have howled with fury. But because Starmer's one of their own, so nothing. And I think that was I think Owen Jones was very spot on there. Anyway, now what this we come forward today, and just this is like an hour ago on social media, so the time of me recording this. They released another attacker advert. It says, do you think an adult convicted of possessing a gun with intent to harm should go to prison? Rishi Sunak doesn't, and there's some more statistics again. There might be some truth in the ad. I don't know, but it's a really disgusting attack ad that you'd expect a little bit better from them. And I had to ask this question, and I've got to ask this question to the Labour Party now. Seriously, how fucking tone deaf are you? Didn't the backlash from your own supporters yesterday tell you anything? And you just come out with another one? Less than 24 hours later, you come out with another disgusting campaign ad like that? Look, I'm going to say this. I've got a lot of issues with Labour leadership of Sir Keir Starmer, but the one thing I always gave him credit for, and that I actually kind of liked about him, was that he never ever engaged. That he never seemed to ever engage in gutter politics, even when the Tories were doing it to him. Well, that was up until yesterday, because there's no way, as leader of the Labour Party, he can't be aware of this. He obviously knows. And thinks that this campaign's a good idea. And I'm going to say something like Sir Keir Starmer was, and will say very rightly, called it a new low from Boris Johnson when Boris Johnson invoked the name of Jimmy Savile and promoted a baseless conspiracy theory against Keir Starmer for not prosecuting Savile, when anyone who spends more than 5 minutes looking into that case knows that Starmer wasn't ultimately the one responsible for that happening. Okay. And Keir Starmer rightly called it what Boris Johnson did a new low. But as far as I'm concerned, I think these personal attacks on Sunak are, quite frankly, you've sunk Keir Starmer and the Labour Party have sunk to the same fucking depths that Boris Johnson Conservatives sunk to. And it's like Owen said, it's quite right the way that these same people, okay, who are supporting these adverts, so the more liberal end, the Liberals in the Labour Party, the sort of right of the Labour Party, and it's like, oh, don't come out and criticise them, because if you do, you're helping the Tories. And I'm like, and I just got to be honest with you. You guys are such fucking hypocrites. Don't you dare lecture the people, left-wingers, who might be Labour supporters, who might even be members of the Labour Party. Now, I'm not a Labour member, but, but don't you, how dare you? Because you spent a hell of a lot of time, trying to fuck with Jeremy Corbyn, and, successfully so. Now, I'm going to say, look, in all fairness, the electoral disaster 2019, Corbyn is not innocent in that whatsoever at all. I'm not suggesting that he is completely innocent in that. I think he made a lot of mistakes. But these are the same people that just try to undermine him and fuck with him at every chance they got. And now they want to talk about being unity right now, and we've got to support this. We've got to support this right-wing dog whistling because we're doing the Tories' job for them. No, I'll tell you who's doing the Tories' job for them is the fucking leadership of the Labour Party right now. They're in a position right now when there's no way they should be there's no way theoretically they should lose the next election. There really isn't. Yet it seems to me like you're engaging in this kind of thing. The only thing you are doing is alienating your own flipping support base, the people who are likely to vote for you. You're the ones doing the fucking Conservative Party's job for them right now, not the people on the left. And the sad thing is for me personally, is as disgusted as I am with them, I'm probably going to end up voting Labour, and that's me, because unfortunately, out of the options available to me, they're probably the best one. But it doesn't mean I I'll like it, and I've got to be honest. I understand that, look, if you don't vote, you're kind of fucking yourself. I understand that, and I will vote through gritted teeth. But I'm getting a little fucking sick to death of voting for the lesser evil all the time. I want to actually vote for someone who's a bit, who's a greater good. It's kind of, what I would like to be able to say I'm voting for. But this is just tone deaf. And to be honest, like Sir Keir Starmer, how dare you now take any fucking moral high ground against the attacks that Boris Johnson made on you, when you and your party and the leadership of your party think that this is the way to go about campaigning. You are completely fucking tone deaf, and you've taken the politics of the Labour Party right into the sewer. Now some might argue it's that the politics of the Labour Party has been in the sewer for a long time, and I can't necessarily say I wholeheartedly disagree with that. But as I said, the one thing I actually liked about Starmer until yesterday was that he didn't engage in this kind of gutter, sewer politics. But I guess, your last shred of credibility with me is gone, Sir Keir. Okay, that was a short little get some stuff off my chest about British politics right now. See you all later. Salute.